Welcome back to Tsukihime. So, yeah, dude, last part was very interesting. We had our whole confrontation between Roashiki and, as we learn, Nanayashiki. Apparently there's an explanation. Is like a side thing, but it is interesting to me as to why Roashiki looks different here. Different clothes, different hair. Um, like I don't know what's the deal with there. I don't know about Akia's like red hair. Like there's so many factors. I mean, like even down to like the dream thing, like and the bond between siblings. Because Shiki, like I understand that Shiki and Akiya are not like siblings. No one's like corrected me on that because I haven't posted the last part to YouTube or anything, and no one's brought it up. But just in my mind, there's just so many things like swirling around that I really can't assess what's really true anymore because there are things that our characters will either, I won't say lie about, but rather just not be completely forthcoming about. Like when it comes to Akiya, a lot of it is intentionally misleading and confusing. But um, that being said, I'm really looking forward to this conversation that's about to happen between Shiki and Akiya, or at least that's what I hope is going to happen. I assume is going to happen because we're about to go check on her after she got hurt. Fairly badly, but she's okay. She's gonna be out of commission seemingly for the rest of the route, maybe, at least according to Kwaku. But yeah, she took the hit from Roashiki for us Nanayashiki, and just like almost like paying it back how Nanayashiki saved her when Roashiki went, or at Tonoshiki went just full inversion impulse, as a child. And of course, it's still pretty sad for Tonoshiki just because he's so like. It just sucks how many lives Aroa's just existence has ruined. His whole like reincarnation bullshit. It's just, oh my god, it's completely fucked over so many people's lives as a result of that. But we'll see how that resolves in this route, because this being the first far side route I'm playing, and being going a much different direction than the near side routes, like not even meeting Arcueid and or going down that route, like never coming across Nero Chaos, who is surely dead by this point. But yeah, it's very cool, and I can't wait to learn and just be more clear on certain things. So yeah, as usual in this route, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna soldier on and hopefully come across some answers. So let's keep going. I knock on the door. Akiya, it's me. Can I come in? After a moment of silence. Yes, please come in, Nissan. I hear her weak whisper. Oh, yes, please come in, Nissan. I go into Akiya's bedroom. As she was sleeping on the bed until now, she raises herself slowly. Crap. Seeing her like this causes my mind to empty. There's already tension enough coming into Akiya's bedroom, and she's acting so weak that I regret it. We end up just staring at each other in silence. All of a sudden, aren't you going to sit down, Nissan? Oh, yeah. I should sit down, huh? I take a seat in a chair. Now I'm at the same height as Akiya, and my head goes even more blank. You never ask about anything, do you, Nissan? Even though I am like this, I was ready for anything. Akiya says in a soft voice. You're right. There's a lot of things I want to ask about. Boy, is there. But I'll ask all of that after you get better. Fair enough. Right now, I'm here to see how you're doing. I see. But there's something I want to ask you, Nissan. Is that right? I get mad easily when I don't understand something. So I can't sleep peacefully unless I hear it from you. Go ahead. You're hurt right now. I'll answer anything. Sorry. I'm hiding a lot of things from you, but I don't want you to hide anything from me. I'm really selfish, aren't I? Don't worry. I like that part of you too. I'll let it go. So, what do you want to ask about, Akiha? Akiha's probably making me match her pace. Surprising even myself, I speak kindly to her. Then I'll ask. Nissan, you used the word vampire. Is that something Ciel taught you, or is that something you concluded yourself? I think it's both. I don't know why, but I've been having this dream where I killed people and sucked their blood. So I thought I was the killer. However, Ciel Senpai proved me wrong. I see. You were in tune with Shiki's mind. That's why you asked me that at school. Was it really as simple as that the whole time? What, Akiha? You can tell that I am in tune with his mind? No, I'm just saying the possibility existed. Nissan, you might not remember, but that Shiki is our... Yeah, you want to say he's our brother, right? I forgot about it until just now. But I remember faintly. Whenever we played in the garden, you always followed us. Us means that there's more than one, right? Yes, when I recall my childhood, there is that contradiction. I didn't recognize it, probably because the old man hypnotized me. Akiha does not say anything. It really seems like she doesn't know I'm adopted. In that case, I do not want to say it right now and mentally attack her. If I can lie to her right now, I should. Nissan, you were almost killed by Shiki 8 years ago. Shiki did not have that much Tono blood in him, but it suddenly awakened. The blood of Tono is a blood from ancient times, and it makes you give priority to your instincts rather than your reason. Shiki had that blood throughout him and attacked you, as you happened to be there. I heard that from Shiki. That this scar on my chest is not from an accident, but from Shiki. Everyone in the Tono family has different abilities. There's some people who eat other people like Shiki, and there's people whose abnormality is only in their brain like father. Shiki attacked you and took away your blood and life. Shiki was punished by father, but he survived by taking your life. I don't get it. What do you mean by him taking away my life? I should say your soul in this case. Oh. I don't know how it works since I'm not Shiki, but Shiki lived by feeding off your life. I think you and Shiki are like different people running off of one heart. That's why you tune into each other easily. If that's the reasoning, I think you can tune into me too, but I think it's because you two were really good friends. I see. Stop it with that guy. With the guy that hurts you? Don't make me friends with him. Akiha looks at me with a painful expression. Her thin body, her white skin, her flowing black hair is tinged slightly red and looks very weak. Oh yeah, Akiha, what happened to your hair? Yeah, cause that's... I don't know what's going on there, man. Like why Shiki looks different. Apparently that's explained in a bad ending if I get it. So if I don't get that bad ending, please please let me know at the end of the route. I'll be happy to know that if I miss it. And yeah, her hair turning red. So yeah, what's up with that? It was red back then, and now it's back to black. What's going on? I told you, this is due to the Tono blood. My body does not change like Shiki, but when my blood gets excited, my hair turns back into its original color. Original? Now that I am calm, it returned to being black. That's good. I think you look better with black hair. I think it'll be bad if your hair stayed red. I don't want her to be stained with something like the Tono blood. Yes, I also dislike the color red. I know it's just the color of my hair, but it means my body state has changed, and I do not want to be like Shiki. Yeah, you both have a big problem with that color. Akiha falls back in bed. Akiha. I support her body. Oh. Oh, that's her, okay. I thought he was struggling trying to hold her or something. She's shaking. Her breathing is difficult, as if her heart was gone. Well, let's hope not. She clenches her teeth in pain. She sweats as if trying to expel the pain from her body. Akiha, what's wrong? Do your wounds hurt? Nisa. Akiha grips the bed sheets. Shh. Hold on, I'll go get Kwaku-san. No one can help me. Me can help me anyways. Sorry. Akiha grabs onto my arm, still breathing hard. Her slender fingers. Her soft hands grip my hands strongly. Alright, I'll stay right here, Akiha. I can't hear her. Her voice is too choppy. Akiha rages around on the bed, and I realize her hair is red again. Oh dear. Yeah, based on what she said, it's, I guess, pretty torturous for her mentally that she has such a visual indication of, like, when her blood is, like, really... She's getting really, like, excited, as she put it. And she doesn't want to be like Shiki, so... Akiha, your hair. It's alright. This won't last long. Akiha's in serious pain. Time passes by and all I can do is hold on to her hands. After an interminable amount of time, it finally ends. Sure, it was only a few minutes, but it felt like a few hours. She breathes normally now. Her hair is still red, but it looks fainter than before. Man, reminds me of, Aoko. Sorry I made you watch such unpleasant things. Akiha sits up. I can easily tell she is pushing herself. You don't have to sit up. It still hurts, right? Don't try to push yourself. No, I'm alright. My back has nothing to do with this. This spasm is like an everyday thing. Yikes. Her back has nothing to do with this? What do you mean, everyday thing? Is this normal for you? He doesn't answer. That means yes. Oh, the Tono family's so fucked up, man. I can't believe it. She suffers through this kind of pain all the time? Why? It's not right. That's not normal. Akiha still doesn't answer. She just nods silently. Like you say, I'm not normal. This spasm is not like your anemia. This is a pain all people of the Tono blood go through. When you cannot stand this pain, you become like Shiki. What? I told you, people of the Tono line are abnormal. The Tono blood in me is strong. As I grew up, it became worse and worse each day. Now it's getting to a point where I can't help it. I am like this every night. Akiha just talks without holding any grudge against her blood. I understood what Akiha is saying, but at the same time, I don't want to accept it. What do you mean? I don't get what you're saying. Jeez, Nissan, you really are stupid. Akiha laughs. She smiles, looking a bit troubled. My body uses more heat than the average person, so I cannot get enough energy using normal methods and I end up having to get heat directly from someone. Like you say, I act like a vampire, trying to contain myself. So that's what she was doing with Koaku? Oh, how misleading. But the more I rely on it, the more abnormal I am. I'm acting more like a Tono. but without it, I have no way to control myself. Akiha, you understand? I have to take away heat from something alive. I'm an incomplete creature. That's Tono Akiha for you, Nissan. Holy shit, that's... Man. I cannot say anything. But I still managed to find something to say. To not say anything right now only hurts Akiha even more. That's why you were sucking Kohaku-san's blood. You knew, Nissan? That I got blood from Kohaku? Yeah. Sorry for not telling you. Akiha blushes and looks down. That's a last resort. It doesn't have to be blood I take in. It can be body heat. It can be mental heat. Anything with heat gives me power. So heat, huh? Heat from something alive. Blood just happens to be the most efficient method. So you're different from Shiki. You're not a real vampire like him. Yeah, there you go. Answers the question right there. Yes, I'm not like Shiki as I can't make people like me. I can only take from other people. I see. Akiha looks away from me. But that's good for me. Because it's just a matter of the difference in the kind of food you take in. Feel relieved. You kept on telling me you're abnormal. But you're normal. Unlike Shiki, you're a normal human being. That spasm you had, it won't happen if you get some blood, right? Then, it is true that it would not occur if I take in some blood. But I can't stand getting blood just because I want to. If I get used to that, I will be just like Shiki. No matter how painful it is, if it is just physical... Oh, no matter how painful it is, if it is just physical pain, I can stand it. The tonal blood awakens more at night, but it dies down in the morning. Okay, hence the whole don't go around the mansion at night. It all makes sense. This is normal for me. You don't have to look at me that way. You're stupid. If you were in that much pain, I'll be glad to give you as much blood as you want. I'm being honest. If I knew Akiha was in this much pain every night, I would have given her blood every time. No, I do not want to drink anyone's blood. I really do not want to drink Kohaku's blood either. Why? If your spasms go away, then it should be fine. That is true, but... Akiha grows quiet and continues with an embarrassed tone. But I do not want to be called a vampire by you. I want to stay as a human being, just like you. I really hate how stupid I am. I never thought about how Akiha felt. About how ominous she feels about the tonal blood. Such a curse. It's like the Matos. About how much she thinks about me. Is there anything I can do for you, Akiha? Let's see. Please go rest in your room. You must be tired too. Idiot. That's all I can say in response. Don't worry. Just lay down. I'll stay here until you go to sleep. Alright. If you say so, I will, Nissan. She says this as she lies back down. After time passes quietly by, she falls into a gentle slumber. Akiha's face looks very peaceful. I stay and continue to watch her. Shiki-san, are you awake? I can hear Kohaku-san's voice. I look at the clock to find out it's 3 o'clock already. I'm awake. Are you here to look after Akiha, Kohaku-san? Yes, I wanted to take her temperature. Sorry, Shiki-san, but... Oh, sorry. I'll leave right away. I get up from the chair. As I leave the room, I look at Akiha one more time. Thank you. And sorry, Akiha. I whisper this softly as I leave her room. I let Kohaku-san take care of Akiha, and I walk down the hallway. Things should be fine for now, but I still feel uncomfortable. I don't care that Shiki is still alive. There's only one thing that worries me. I was watching Akiha's face while she was sleeping, but her hair did not turn back into its original black no matter how long I waited. That's fucking sad, man. I really feel for Akiha, just knowing the pain that she's been going through this whole time, like, just in the background. Now we see it firsthand. It's like, fuck. Telescope. Letting Kwaku-san take care of Akiha, I come down to the first floor. I can't treat Akiha's wounds, so I want to help her in some other way. If I search the old man's room, I might be able to find something to help her. He was the head of the Tono family, after all. Interesting. He should have recorded some way to fight against the Tono blood. I guess he did live fairly long for a Tono. Although I think we learned last part that Shiki's the one who killed him, or oh boy. So yeah, he must have had some method to keeping himself sane. Damn, I guess I can't find it that easily. I sit down and take a breath. The old man's library is really big and takes a lot of time to look through each book. Besides, most of them are just educational reports, and it looks like information on the Tono family isn't here. The only thing I found was this journal-like book that belonged to the old man. It could be very good. I see. This looks to be a record of the time after I was taken into the Arima household. That sounds very juicy. I flip through the pages, and then I see Akiha's name, and I turn back. Let's see. Report on Akiha's spasms. What is this? I start reading it carefully. Oh boy, what is this? The old man looked at it this way. Akiha became one of the strong Tono blood right after I left. To live, Akiha needs more heat than a normal person. If you say that the heat Akiha needs is 10, food only gives her 6 or 7, and the extra heat she needs is the reason for her body's extra burden. I see. The problem is why she needs that much heat to stay alive in the first place. It looks like it took the old man some time to figure it out. After a few years worth of pages, the answer is finally written down. What is it? Half of her life. What? I don't think I get what he means. It says that out of all the energy she has, she is using only half of it. To rephrase it so it's easier to grasp, it's like she's moving around normally while using only half of her body. But of course, it's impossible to do that. That's why Akiha's body consumes heat from some other source to try to make up for that. But no human can do that. It's superhuman power. The more she needs heat from her surroundings, the more the Tono blood awakens as it grows less and less human. It's interesting that the blood, the strength of it is dynamic. Like it said, it got stronger after he left. And the whole idea that she's only using half of her energy. She only uses half of her energy, so she needs a lot to stay alive. Because it's like inefficient, so it needs to... I see, to make up for it. Okay. What's written after that looks like Akiha's growth record. I read on, but find the information becoming less and less useful to me. I throw the diary onto the table. Damn, even if you know the reason, it's no help if you don't write down the way to fix it. Stupid old man. Jesus. Or was it impossible for even the old man to find a way to help her? That is possible. But only half her energy? I wonder what she's doing with the other half. Right, okay, so it implies that the other half is going towards some other function. Okay. Weird. But cool. What? This is like some Arcueid shit, like how Arcueid has to devote most of her power to staving her craving to feed. Maybe the fact that she's resisting it so much, I don't know. It seems simple. If Akiha can use all of her energy for herself, then she wouldn't have to take in heat from someone else. Okay. I don't think there's anything else for me to find here. I should go outside and let myself unwind. I'm worried about Akiha. When I look up, I realize I'm at the detached building. Great. I didn't feel like going back to my room, so I naturally came here instead of the mansion. It's also worth noting how, I think Akiha even said that... So even though, like, I know that... And Shiki knows that he's adopted... And she knows that as well, but... The whole, like, mental connection thing, like, Akiha still acknowledged that as a possibility. Which is interesting, I don't know. I go in. I sit down on the tatami and stare at the ceiling. Let out a deep breath. I feel relaxed in here. This was my room when I was a kid. This was the room Akiha came to when I was sick. I start to remember little by little. When I was adopted 10 years ago. When I lived in this room in the days I spent playing with Akiha and Shiki. He was saying Nanaya. Nanaya. Written as 7 nights in Japanese. I guess it's my real last name, but it doesn't really matter now. Okay. I want to point out, and I was about to pull this up because I forgot to mention it at the beginning of the episode. But yo, I got a comment from Stray Merodoc, shout out to you. That Nanaya is written with the characters of 7 and Nights. And you linked me a link that I have not checked, but I already know it was what was written on his blade. The 7 Nights. I do remember that. So yeah, it's curious that Makahisa left that to Shiki. And seemingly this is a blade that is from the Nanaya family. As such, it might have a special property, but I think that's cool enough on its own. And it makes me want to know more. I guess it's my real last name, but it doesn't really matter now. A kid named Nanaya Shiki was eliminated 8 years ago. His last name, his real name, even his memories. I can't even remember my parents' faces. I don't want to remember those things anyway, and that's so fucking sad, dude. I see. This knife is not the old man's, but really mine. There you go. I take the knife out of my pocket. Nanaya is written on the handle. In that regard, this was really my true father's. Oh shit. Tono Makihisa had some human emotions after all. Yeah, that's because that is a very like sentimental thing to like pass on. Like to give to him despite, you know, probably like after doing the whole hypnosis on him. I don't know if he ever expected him to like ever realize or see through the farce, but the fact that he just did that anyway is very like very sweet in its own way. He should have eliminated everything that would lead me to Nanaya Shiki, but he still left me this knife. And then something drips onto my hand. What? What? I feel my cheeks. Why? I'm not happy or sad, but that's weird. Why am I crying? There's no reason to. But I cannot stop crying. Poor Shiki. I wonder how long it's been. Night should have gone by. It must be almost sunrise. It also could have just been tears like of... I mean, you say he's not happy or sad, but I don't know, just kind of the weight of... That he has something representing his older self, like... And that Makihisa did that for him. Like, it's insane. I don't blame big emotions coming after, like, realizing that. Sunday today, huh? Well, even if it was a weekday, I would have skipped school and stayed with Akiha. Because it's Sunday, it's more convenient. Kawaku-san said she should stay in bed. How depressing. I don't know how many weeks it will take for Akiha to heal. I think Kawaku said 3. What can I do until she gets better? I don't even have to think about it. I must find and kill him, once and for all. Oh. He's not human anymore. No, even if he is, even if people tell me I'm a murderer, I can't let Shiki stay alive. Someone comes into the building. Could it be Koaku-san? I hear small, light footsteps getting closer, until finally, the sliding door opens. With red hair. I can't believe it. It's Akiha. Akiha, are you alright? Yes, my wounds have healed now. That's crazy. That didn't even hit me at first, though. Shiki was just saying, like, man, I don't know how many weeks it's gonna take for her to heal, because I don't know. I think I may have mentioned that last part where it's like, Kwaku said a few weeks, but I don't know how long it's gonna take for her, because she does have her healing ability, and she's a bit different. So yeah. I healed? No way. That wound wasn't anything that would heal in a night. Besides, Kwaku-san said it would take weeks to heal. To heal that fast is not human. And I finally realized it. No, I wish I didn't. That Akiha's hair is still red. It's exactly what you think it is, Nissan. My wound is healed. A wound which wouldn't heal this quickly for a normal person. Akiha's hair is red in the morning sunlight. But I have no interest in that. What are you saying, Akiha? If your wound's healed, that should be good enough. I hate the tonal blood, but if it helps out like this, then it's a good thing. You don't have to force yourself. I didn't come here to be a bother to you. I came to tell you a few things while I'm still sane. What? She said while she is sane. Oh boy. Listen to me, Nissan. I've been lying to you for so long now. There's no way for me to make up for that, but I have to at least tell you the truth. Oh shit, let's go. I cannot disappear like this. Disappear? Wait, are you about to... Akiha's eyes shine as if she's about to cry. She looks at me that way, there's no way I could stop her. Alright. I'll listen. But, Akiha, I'll stay as Tonoshiki no matter what you tell me. Maybe you don't have to tell me at all. All the same, do you still want to tell me about it? Nissan, you... know? Shiki likes to talk a lot, and he told me most of it while you were unconscious. Right. But if you want to tell me about it, I'll listen. If you tell me yourself, I think it would help me understand. Akiha looks aghast for a moment, and then she bites her lip and looks at me. Nissan, you were adopted 10 years ago from the Nanaya family. I don't know why father adopted you, but he introduced you to us as our new family member. That's also a question too. Why did the Nanaya family let Shiki go with him? Like, that's almost some like Fate Zero mage bullshit, and I know it's not, but it's like, it almost sounds like a deal was made or something. Like, I don't know. It's very bizarre. Like, he could have done it by force, but I don't know. That's another question. Akiha squints as if pained and continues on. I've heard that the Nanaya family was the total opposite of our kind. There are those like the Tono family with mixed blood, and there are those who oppose them. Oh. Nissan, you wouldn't like it if there were lions and tigers in your school, right? We humans tend to eliminate people who are different from us, or anyone who is superior to us. It's pretty easy to understand why, if you think about it. It's not that they eliminate the different people because they hate them. Instead, it is because if these different people were in our society, it would endanger the lives of normal people. So there will always be those who eliminate the non-humans. The Nanaya family was special among those who stood against the non-humans. They didn't use magic, but instead relied purely on their own abilities. The Tono family became special by introducing inhuman blood into their bloodline. The Nanaya family became special through willpower and determination. Tono and Nanaya were enemies, but we were actually close, in a way, just by our nature. So if you happen to have any special powers, it's not from the blood of Tono, but from Nanaya.
It's written in your blood to kill anything that is inhuman. Nissan, there was that time when you ran away from me, remember? I realized it then. Naya blood in you is still working, and it reacted to me.
Whoa. What the fuck? I feel like this is gonna come to a point where it's like being more than your blood, right? Like making the choice despite who you are by nature, right? She's talking about that night. He's right. I did feel a homicidal impulse when I saw Akiha's red hair. Ah, there you go. Shit, man. I thought I was a killer for that reason, but that means...
Yes, you only feel that way towards abnormal people like me and Shiki.
That's why he kills Arcueid.
But that's why you were like death to us. Even though the people of Nanaya have stopped their work, I think it was still a threat just to have their blood around.
Why? Suddenly my heart is beating very loud. So the Nanaya have stopped their work. And like death, but suddenly my heart is beating very loud. I have a very bad feeling about this. I cannot let Akiha go on. No, it's more that I don't want to hear it from her. I do, but I understand. It's alright. You don't have to go on. It's already over, so there's no point. It has nothing to do with me or you.
But Nissan...
I don't care about the Nanaya family. I don't know them. If you're the head of the Tono family, you should only worry about the Tono family. Akiha bows her head and gives a reluctant nod.
Then let's talk about us. Nissan and I, and Shiki. We were raised as true siblings. You and Shiki got along so well, I was kind of jealous of you guys. But everything went wrong when that happened to Shiki. 8 years ago, Shiki's Tono blood awakened. And he killed me. Yes, but your life was saved. Things didn't end that easily though. We took care of Shiki, but we couldn't kill the eldest sibling of the Tono family. We're a pretty powerful family socially, so we couldn't just tell everyone that our eldest son, the only successor, died. So father came up with it. Let Nissan be Tono Shiki, and let Shiki be the adopted son who died in an accident.
Akiha speaks these words as if hoping they will damn Tono Makihisa. So that's it. Shiki and I reversed roles. The one that was killed lived on, and the one who did the killing died. That's the relationship between Shiki and I, and that line keeps coming up, which it's a really cool line.
I'm sorry, Nissan. The boy named Shiki no longer exists. He died 8 years ago. It wasn't just the end of his life, but the end of his existence. His name, past, household, and even his memories. There's nothing left anywhere. 8 years ago, when you took the place of Tono Shiki, father got rid of everything.
Everything? Including the household?
That's why you were taken to the Arimas. To the outside world, Tono's eldest son had to be alive, but since there is no Tono blood in you, you couldn't be the successor. Father explained that your body was weakened by the accident, so he sent you to the Arimas.
Seems like father understood a bit more fundamentally than how he was simply weakened. Like he's definitely sent them away for a deeper reason than simply that.
I didn't agree. I even held a grudge against father for letting you go for a stupid reason like that. I guess it's because I told him that I wanted you back so many times, but father finally came out and told me you were adopted. He told me he never to let you come close to our house. Father didn't take into account what kind of cruel things he was doing to you, and he lied to me shamelessly until the day he died.
This is a very brutal man. Akiha's story ended there. It might be because she hid these facts from me for so long, but Akiha's story sounded more like a confession.
That's the whole story. So now you know. You know you're not really my brother. You're not part of this rotten family.
I'm about to cry. Akiha's voice sounds like she's about to cry. I'm sorry, Akiha. I wasn't your real brother, but I still acted like it, and I caused trouble for you.
What? Nissan?
But I'm already a part of this family. I might not be your brother, but can I still stay here? I don't want to leave you ever again. Akiha puts her hands over her mouth and bites back whatever words were about to come out. After a long silence, Akiha sadly shakes her head.
I see. You're right. It was wrong for me to ask that.
Oh, I see you're right. It was wrong for me to ask that. I've been a terrible brother anyway. Oh gosh, that sprite.
No, that's not true.
I can't believe it. Akiha's crying.
Nissan, you're my only Nissan.
What I've been saying, man, doesn't even matter that they're not blood related. That's sis, Shiki's bro. That's it.
I've watched you since I was just a little girl.
It's nice for you to say that, but that's because you didn't know. You didn't know I wasn't your brother.
I knew it from the beginning. I knew that you were adopted, you weren't really my brother. I knew all that, but I didn't care. From the time you first called my name,
Thump. Still crying, Akiha falls against me. Akiha. Put my hands on her slender shoulders. Is that her heartbeat echoing in my ears or mine? She's so close. Akiha's body is so close to me that I could put my arms around her if I wanted to. You knew? Man, even back then. Since she was a child. All this time she knew that I wasn't her real brother. Why didn't you tell me, Akiha? I'm not your brother after all. A small silence. Akiha looks up.
Because I wanted to be with you. I didn't tell you. If we stayed brother and sister, we could stay together. Since I'm not human, since I'm too different from you, we can't stay together?
I mean, we've seen Shiki and Seo. We've seen Shiki and Ark. Akiha clenches her eyes shut and hits me in the chest.
But if we were brother and sister, I thought we could still be together. No matter how much you hated me, no matter how much you ignored me, it would be okay if we could just stay together.
Smack. The sound of her hitting my chest again. Isn't it weird? I was born into such a
powerful family, but I wasn't allowed to ask for anything. Since I'm different, since I'm not like everyone else, I was going to be trapped inside this mansion and live without knowing anyone from outside. That's what I was ready for, but you destroyed it all.
As if trying to drive out everything she kept inside all these years, Akiha hits my chest again and again. Fuck, man.
If Nissan didn't show up, I could have lived like that my whole life. But I became weakened and became a liar. I lied to you and I lied to myself. I thought if I kept on lying about us being brother and sister, then I wouldn't want anything else.
Hearing this stabs my heart with pain. Such a small lie. But to protect that little lie, Akiha's fought against so much until finally it became too much, leaving her crying like she is now. Akiha,
You were my only Nissan for all this time. I could never accept anybody else as my Nissan, let alone love anybody else. I can't do anything about this feeling.
Smack. Akiha hits my chest once more and grows quiet. A long silence.
Sorry,
murmurs Akiha, momentarily breaking the silence. My heart stutters at that single word. Akiha was alone with her pain all this time. She was in pain because she knew everything. That I was adopted, that I was raised as Tonoshiki, everything. She's now once again that young, black-haired girl who was always crying and apologizing to me when I was a kid. Come to think of it, Akiha was always apologizing to me. A small, nearly infinitesimal happiness for Akiha. Infinitesimal. Yet she still made up an elaborate story to protect it. That story itself was the barrier pushing her back, but it was also her one source of happiness. Akiha,
No, I'm sorry. I've been selfish, but this is the last time, so you don't have to worry.
What do you mean this is the last time? Akiha pushes away from me. She's not crying anymore. The normal Akiha is here now. What do you mean this is the last Akiha?
Look, Nissan. My hair won't turn back anymore.
Akiha looks at me, not sad, but rather letting me take in the truth of this statement. Does that mean she's gonna lose to her blood? Her hair remains that dull, bloody red. So the tonal blood is in control of her, just like it was with Shiki. What? That's just for now, right? Besides, you're still Akiha, so it's not a problem.
No, I know my own body. I know I can't go back. So this is the end of my lie. Nissan, you shouldn't be close to a monster like me. You should escape this place and live on as Nanaya Shiki.
He can't, and I know he's not, but it's because it's just fucked. Because like, as sad as it is that Shiki just lost everything he was before he was adopted. Which, by the way, the timeline of that is so interesting. Of adoption, of the incident, and then him being sent away. Because I feel like within that fits in a sequence of events that I feel probably ties into the opening, the very opening sequence of the game, that I still haven't completely like fit in yet. What I think I can determine from it is the fact that it seems like the mother dies. This says a woman steps in to protect the child. And then there's all the dead during the night, and it describes the forest, so it's clearly at the Tono place. But, yeah, that aside, you know, Shiki isn't anymore who he was. Like, at this point, he is Tono Shiki. I refer to him as the Nayashiki for my own, like, discernment. But, yeah, it's like, we gonna save you, Akiha. Akiha bows her head and steps back. I don't know anything about this Nanayashiki. Yeah, exactly. I have no attachment to that name now. No, even if I did, such a thing would be unimportant compared to Akiha. You idiot. I grab Akiha's arms.
Hey, Nissan.
She pushes back. Always acting so strong, but always lonely. She caught me. Come to think of it, she caught me a long time ago. Listen, Akiha, I don't care what anyone says. I am your brother. No matter what happens, it doesn't matter if we're not related by blood. I'm your brother. That's right.
Thank you, Nissan.
But, even if I wasn't, I'd stay beside you. Even if you're not my sister, you're still important to me. I won't let anyone else hurt you. I pull her into my arms. I love you as my sister. I hold her tightly. But I love you as a woman even more. Wow. Isn't that reason enough to stay with you? Her breath catches in her throat. Yeah, he's just out and said that. Everything stops. I can hear her heartbeat. Our bodies warm up all the way down to our fingertips. And then, as if there was never any doubt, we kiss. Whoa! Holy shit. Oh. She refuses a bit at first. But soon I feel her full weight pressing against me. It's just a normal kiss, far from what anyone would call passionate. And yet, it still blows my mind. Akiha's lips are cool and soft. Feels like we might melt into each other. My mind stops working as I feel her warm breath against my lips. I can come up with many reasons why I shouldn't. But I want Akiha right now. I want to take her trembling body in my arms and make her all mine. After a long time, our lips part. Akiha still rests her body against mine. I'm so happy. Her voice is so soft I almost miss it. It was just a kiss, but she really does look happy. Akiha. Put my hands on her shoulders.
It's not that I came up with anything. As if it's the most natural thing in the world, I gently kiss Akiha's neck. Her body shakes, but not with disgust or rejection. Does Akiha feel the same as I do? Maybe, if I'm thinking it's natural to want to touch Akiha, she might be thinking the same about me. I'm gonna have to stop reading soon. Akiha, do you want to do it? I ask her. I know I could have said it better, but I can't think of anything fancy right now. Yes. Akiha nods. Just this simple gesture makes me more excited than I've ever been. I just want to point out, you'll probably not have seen it at this point just because I'm very clearly going to have to edit this video, but I was hoping I could just do a live recording as I have in the past and just upload it so I wouldn't have to render the video, like edit, which isn't, doesn't take as long, but rendering of a 2-hour video in HD, it's like, and then I convert it to a smaller file, then I upload, then I process. God damn it, now I have to edit this fucking scene. But it's very sweet. I don't mean to complain. It's very sweet between them because how Shiki has reassured her, like despite them not being siblings, despite the fact that Akiha sees herself as a monster, as someone that, Shiki should stay away from. It's very heartbreaking, but the fact that he reassures her, like, it's like I can't go back to being Nanae or Shiki because I don't know anything else than who I am now and how I feel about you, and that's all that fucking matters now at this point. It's great. It's great. This simple gesture makes me more excited than I've ever been. But Nissan, can you do me a favor first? A favor? I just thought this might be... She looks down at the tatami. I just stuttered like bad. I see. It would probably hurt on the tatami. What should we do? I don't think I can hold back if she wants to go all the way back to the mansion. Jesus, Shiki. If I can, I want to make love to Akiha right here in this room. Nissan, there's a futon in there. Akiha points at the closet. It's clean. We use it when I get blood from Kwaku. If that's the case, you should have told me earlier. Hold on, I'll get it. I pull away from Akiha and take the futon out of the closet. I lay it in the middle of the room and turn to face Akiha once again. And Akiha sits in front of the futon, placing her fingers on the tatami, and gives me a formal bow. Then I hope you will treat me kindly, Nissan. Her face and tone are entirely serious, even though her cheeks are flushed bright red. Akiha, I move closer and put my hands on her shoulders. Can I stop reading now? Such slender shoulders. I want to see and feel her smooth white skin. Alright. We're at the point where I'm just gonna read now. Let's read together and I'll just give commentary. You know how it works. Don't say it like that, bro. Don't say it. I know this is what this is. I was trying not to address the weirdness. Like, it's obvious. I know, like... I know some of you in the comments are already memeing on this, but, yeah, it's like... it sounds so bad when you say it. Okay, so I really didn't have much to say about this, because, usually with scenes before, I would just chime in either with something I found funny, or, just going through it, or talking about the wholesomeness, or being like, what the fuck, Shiki? But this is crazy. Promise me this, if I ever turn into something else, please kill me with your own hands. And with the line before, I get it, how she was like, when she came in and she was saying, like, I have to disappear, like, people from your family, like, it's in your blood to want to destroy someone like me, which, makes the whole, like, Arcueid thing in the first 2 routes make complete sense. So she was expecting him to kill her, or that's what... But now she's saying if she ever turns into something else to do it. Because, Shiki's like, but you are still Akiha, like you are Akiha, of course you're... But that's... Oh my god, I hope that's not foreshadowing of something, but anyway, I just wanted to include that, because that's major. Wow. It's natural to have the one you love most next to you when you die, isn't it? Or are you planning to skip out on my funeral too, Nissan?
That's fucking heartbreaking. What the fuck?
It's no different. Nissan, my hair might not go back, but that's not a big problem. What I'm afraid of is that I'll go insane like Shiki.
That's a fair fear.
Father became mentally ill at the age of 40, so if I live on, I might become like that too.
That's such a fucked inevitability for them, man. And for her, that wouldn't happen. And even if it does, it's a long time from now. Besides, if it does happen now...
Thank you, but anybody with the Tono blood in their veins will die when it happens. When the Tono blood grows too strong, you kill yourself. That's how it's been all along.
Yo.
You've completely changed. You can't go back unless you die. Everyone who has changed has gone insane. I wouldn't even know myself, and I'd cause pain to anything I laid my eyes on. What's scary about it is that you can't even kill yourself when you get like that. So, Nissan, I have to ask the person I love the most. Because I trust you more than anyone, because I only have you. I can only let you take care of me. I don't want to cause suffering to someone I don't know while I'm out of my mind. If I did that, the old Tone Akiha would be completely destroyed.
God, how she suffered so much, man. Everyone's so fucked up. But you can't kill yourself when you get to that level. So you have to get someone to kill you. I see. Wait, did I do that? Yes. Akiha, that's...
So kill me. One day when I've completely changed, if you still love me, kill me. For my sake, if no one else's. Or I do something I'd regret so that I can stay myself even then. I am still just your sister.
I grit my teeth. This is why she was crying. This better not be no goddamn foreshadowing. Not because she's happy about us being together right now. But because one day, she knows that one day in the future, this happiness is going to be nothing but a memory. That's why she's crying. I feel anger welling up inside of me. Can I just say that that right there is such a relatable sentiment? Like, and I know it's not the right way to approach things. It enters my mind every so often, but just the fact when something like there's like a really good moment in my life, whether I'm with someone I love, whether it's family or a friend or someone I'm dating, or just a really wonderful moment in life. Sometimes, or even maybe it's all the time, just in the back of my mind, it's kind of there. That I guess more pronounced other times than others. But basically that one day I might disappear, this person might disappear, and this will be nothing but the memories. But at the same time, you know, that's just, you know, life. There's life and there's death. There's the things are born and things go away, and you mourn, but you live on in honor of those memories, of those good times. You know, that's something, it's, you know, as well as being a life thing, that's something we've explored in the past routes as well, like with Argueed, for sure. But yeah, could she say things like that so easily? You idiot. Anger at the tonal blood for forcing such a fate on her. Why do you have to? Anger at myself for not promising her, even if it turned out to be a lie. I kiss her hard. Our third kiss is not one of love. It's a wild kiss to quiet her down. Akiha, unlike the previous kiss, it is deep and passionate. Really, I'm furious about what she said. I let her mouth go. She takes a deep breath.
Nissan, what is it? You were just talking.
I don't want to talk anymore. I'm too mad right now. I lift her body off the futon.
Nissan, what are you mad about?
A lot of things, like your pessimistic attitude, not being able to laugh it off, everything. What really pisses me off is that you were thinking about dying when I was trying so hard to please you.
What?
Wasn't that good for you after all? What the fuck, Shiki? So mad that I'm going to make you feel good. Anaya Shiki, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to say I'm so glad that I cut these scenes and just splice it to the parts that I feel are either important to the story or just, you know, for my own, like, quips. I remember back in Heaven's Feel, there, like, at first, I stopped doing it later, and it was when I started doing the reading in my head stuff. I think I would read out, like, most of it, like, in my head. It was funnier than what it actually was, and it was really uncomfortable, but I did it because I was stubborn, and I was like, I read everything. How bad can it be? It was bad. Now the shit on Nasu is just really fucking awkward. But yeah, so I guess we're through it. Whitley spent, I practically fall on top of her. I can hear her panting in time with mine. I hold her. We're both shuddering and coated with a film of sweat, but I don't care. Akiha can only nod. With that, I really am drained. I fall into the futon and close my eyes. It might be because I was moving non-stop since yesterday. I'm really sleepy. Nissan? I hear Akiha's voice, but I don't have the energy to reply. Are you going to sleep? Hey, Nissan. Told you I don't have the energy to reply. Can't you just let me sleep, Akiha? Well, yeah, but can I sleep with you? I don't mind, but don't you want to wash up? Would think you'd want to take a shower or something. Want me to go wash myself? Alright, I'll go. Wait here. This bathroom still works. Akiha's body moves away from mine, and I fall into a deep sleep. My boy just done. Yeah, I guess he's been he hasn't really rested. Nissan, please don't forget about our promise. I can hear a voice. Oh gosh. There are worse things than death. So please keep our promise. I can hear a voice, even though I'm asleep. I'm sorry. I have to say this, but sometimes death is the only salvation. This must be a dream. I do not want to trust anyone else. So please don't forget, no matter what happens. What a bad dream. I'll never be able to forget it. If I could, I wish I could forget it. Nissan, wake up, Nissan. I hear Akiha's voice. Nissan, you have to wake up. You can't be sleeping when the sun's about to set. Weird. I can hear Akiha's voice. Oh, that's enough. How can you sleep so like that when I want you to wake up? Someone squeezes me. Instantly, I'm awake. Ouch! I wake up to a sharp pain in my arm. Then... Oh, good morning, Akiha. Akiha looks mad and I can tell she has something to say. In the shape of the red mark on my arm, the pain I felt was her pinching me. Akiha, that really hurts. What did you do? Nothing. You wouldn't wake up, so I gave you a little pinch. You didn't have to do that. I would have woken up if you had just said to. This sprite. I already really like the sprite, but with the red hair, it's also matching her clothes and her bow too. Yeah, it's a pretty good sprite. Akiha's staring at me in disbelief. She matching. Really, Hisui was right. You don't remember anything when someone tries to wake you up. What? Did you try to wake me up just now, Akiha? Yeah, I called your name a bunch of times and you don't even remember, do you? Yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't remember. I understand. Next time I'll get right to hitting you. If you don't want that to happen, try to wake up on time. Guess I left her alone too long while I was sleeping. Seeing how mad she is, I guess she's been up for more than an hour. Jeez, I can't help it. I was tired from everything that happened yesterday. I was attacked by you at school, and when I came home I had to fight Shiki, and I had to look after you, and then, you know, that. I should be sleeping all day after all that. That? Nissan. Seeming to recall what we did, Akiha blushes. She's so cute. Seeing that blush makes me want to tease her even more. What? You were holding on to me so tight. Don't tell me you didn't like it.
Well,
She mumbles while looking down at the floor. It's alright. If you don't like it, I won't force you to do it. I guess we can just have a pure relationship from now on.
Nissan,
What? I don't understand what you're trying to say. Crap. I can't hold a straight face. Just looking at her makes me want to burst out laughing. Why are you teasing her, bro?
but it's not that I dislike it, but
I know her reaction is like, oh, I see. So you don't really like it then. Okay, I'll restrain myself from now on.
Oh, but I guess I do like it, but...
Akiha looks away as she answers. I see, but you keep saying but. That's the best. I always forget this one, but every time I see it, I'm like, that's the best one. Hold on, let me... If I remember, I need that as like an emote on Discord.
I can't help it. I couldn't think back then. I couldn't really tell if it was good or bad.
Alright, then let's do it again to find out for sure. Want to take off your... Alright. Hey, no need to ask me to stop reading again. Oh. Akiha stares at me with her cheeks blazing. After she stares at me for a second, she purses her lips and shakes her head.
Nissan, please put your clothes on. It's almost sunset and we have to go back to the mansion.
Doesn't matter. This is part of the mansion. I want to stay here with you all day. Don't you like that idea?
No, I feel the same way. But I was thinking that it hurts here and I wanted...
Okay, alright. No, her voice is a bit angry. What she's saying is so cute. Makes me want her even more. Alright, fine. To be honest, I was thinking when I was watching you recover that I wanted to sleep in that bed with you. Aren't you too hungry? Want some food? Perhaps some water? A beverage? Akiha nods. Alright, let's hurry up. Did I read that line? Alright, fine. To be honest, I was thinking when I was watching you recover that I wanted to sleep in that bed with you. Let me get my clothes on and we'll go back to the mansion. We leave the detached building and make our way into the garden. Like Akiha said, the sun is setting and the garden is filled with red. Hey Akiha, what do you think Kwaku-san is doing?
Well, Kwaku might have figured it out. She's usually a little oblivious, but sometimes she's really cunning.
Doesn't feel like I did anything wrong, but still, talking about this feels a bit awkward. Knowing Kwaku-san, she might actually be happy and congratulate us, but I have no idea how Hisui will react. Huh? Just slightly, I feel a headache. I stop. Akiha keeps walking. Akiha, hold on a sec. I call out to her. She turns around. That face. Before I can stop myself, I fall to the ground. Yo!
Nissan.
Akiha runs toward me, but she never makes it, because she is stopped by him. What the fuck? He's back already?
Shiggy. You. How dare you do that to Nissan?
Akiha lashes out, but she can't break his hold. What the fuck, dude? That guy, Shiki, grabs Akiha's neck and starts to squeeze. What the fuck? After several frantic seconds, Akiha's head nods forward. Shiki holds her unconscious body and looks down at me contemptuously. You know, I still don't know why, and I may reach that bad end at some point, but he looks so cool like that. Is that a costume in Melty Blood? I hope so.
You did it. You really took everything from me.
It's not Shiki's fault. If curses were real, they would probably sound just like that. Shiki looks down at me, his teeth gritting. I can't move. My energy seems to be escaping through my back. There's only a little pain and the certainty that I might die here. I can feel my shirt slowly being soaked with my own blood. Fuck. In my back. A knife is planted like some kind of alien wing. Yikes. Nice simile, bro. Shiki. Don't misunderstand, Shiki. Akiha doesn't really love you. She loves her brother. Yeah, for that I may have to thank you.
Isn't that right, Akiha? Please forgive me for being such a weakling. I never realized how much you loved me. If I was smarter, you wouldn't have had your purity taken away by such a pathetic loser.
Ah, that makes sense. He knows what happened. Okay, that makes sense. Shiki puts his face near Akiha. But yikes. Since she's unconscious, she can't resist.
Yes, it doesn't matter if we're brother and sister. I love you more than anything.
Yikes. Shiki walks toward me, still holding onto Akiha.
This time, I'll make sure to kill you so you won't come back, Shiki. Akiha has this strain on her body because she's keeping you alive.
What? Strain on her body? That's where half her energy is going to? Keeping us alive?
Oh? You didn't know? Akiha kept you alive back then by giving you half of her life force.
What the fuck? So that's okay, so yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think when Seo mentioned how Akiha was the one who would have saved him back then, like I figured she healed him, but I was like, that was the cost, huh? Holy fuck.
Haven't you ever wondered about it? No human can survive with a hole that big in their chest.
Just with a wound that deep, it would have a cost. Fuck's sake, man.
8 years ago that day, Akiha regenerated you by giving you half of her life. She's supplementing the life I took away from you with part of her own. There's no way you could have survived if it wasn't for that.
Sharing her life?
That's why Akiha can't manage her own body. She suffered all this time. For you. As long as you live, she'll keep on suffering. I will alleviate that suffering now.
Holy shit, dude. Oh my god, Shiki walks toward me. My body will not move. I can feel myself starting to black out. Half of her life. I hear the sound of a sword sticking into the ground. Dude, this is crazy because of the whole like life force connection before that I thought was just solely between Shiki and Shiki. But no, Akiha is the reason Nanaya Shiki's alive. Oh my god. Life force is shared with her. I hear the sound of a sword sticking into the ground. Shiki screams. The reason for Akiha's spasms in the old man's diary. Kono-kun.
I'll treat you right
Oh. Oh, I see. Xiao's here.
Kono-kun, I'll treat you right away. Hold on.
This body that should have died. Someone lifts me up and takes me somewhere. Oh, Xiao. But I can't care about what's happening now. What an ugly truth to have to face. Sorry, this whole scene caught me off guard, so I had to like reassess like what the fuck was going on. It turns out that I was the reason Akiha has been suffering all this time. Holy shit. That's a whole new layer of guilt there. 12, a finale. There's shit? Oh my god, what the fuck is happening? That is such a crazy thing to learn though. Oh my god. I had a dream. No, it was a dream which wasn't mine. That day. The girl that clung to me crying and who shared with me her life. It was her dream that I had. We live alone and we die alone, Akiha. Those were the first words Father taught me. I did not know what the words meant. But I remember feeling uneasy looking at Father's inorganic eyes as he said those words. We are straight up in Akiha's mind. He was a very lonely person. And I knew that I would be like him someday. Jesus. I probably should do her voice.
Went into the Tono family, I had an older brother. But I could not get along with him. My parents told me he was my brother, but he seemed to me like something else. Having tonal blood means having the blood of non-humans. That might be why he looked different to me, but for me, he did not appear like that either. I could not truly accept my brother. And when I turned 6, a strange boy joined our life as another brother.
Okay, so that was about Shiki. Like OG Shiki.
When I turned 6, a strange boy joined our life as another brother. At first, I did not like the boy's name as it sounded exactly like my brother's. The boy was a few years younger than my brother, but he was mature and kind to everybody. Even though I was restricted by my family's creed, the boy took me around to play like it was completely normal. As I followed him silently, I started to take interest in my new brother. He was loud, unsettling, and a bit rough, but somehow I knew this person would protect me no matter what. As a daughter of the Tono family, I lived separately from my brother and the boy. Father says I am not able to live a normal life due to the special blood of the Tono family. I managed to endure strict studies by accepting my fate. Father is not doing this because he does not like me. I tell myself that he scolds me really harshly only because he loves me. Gosh, my mind is getting worn out. The mind I had was cut down as it started to become smaller and smaller. But I felt that I could endure it, because I have a bit of free time that I can use to play outside with everyone after my studies. The 3 of us started to play together. My brother and the boy got along really well. I usually followed them silently. My brother seems to know that the boy was different from us. I also know that time flies by when I play around with normal people like them. Since I knew, I wanted to value this time. Wishing that when I mature and become alone in this prison-like mansion, I would not be lonely and refrain from crying because I have these happy memories. The memories were numerous. There were really special times within the special days I had.
Also, this is clear now, but just so I can get the thought out there, the mental connection with Akiha makes sense now. Like, not siblings, but it's still there because of this. Got it. Because of half her life force, dude.
There was a night I went far away with the boy. On a dark night, the 2 of us in the field surrounded by trees. Wait, a dark night? It was really a dreamlike experience for me. Every day was warm like a parade, but it all ended abruptly. A hot summer day. I saw my brother in the courtyard and walked towards him. He was panting painfully as he was crouching on the ground. I had a really bad feeling about it. I could hear the cicadas and the ground seemed to tilt. Feeling myself starting to get dizzy, I called out to my brother. The brother that turned around was not my brother. I could not do anything. All I could do was watch my brother turn into an ugly beast. The thought that I would turn into something like him in the future caused me to freeze in place. The bloodthirsty beast attacked me. I could not run away. At that moment, someone pulled on my hand.
Yep.
The boy was there when I turned around. He pulled my hand and ran. Is he not scared? The boy stood in front of that ugly beast as if to protect me. But the beast was only watching me. The beast that attacked me and the boy that came in between us. Splash. I remembered the moment warm blood splashed onto my cheeks. The boy embraced me and protected his sister from the beast. Even though his body had a hole and was bleeding seriously, he still embraced me. He protected my small body and did not let go. When I looked up, he was crying. The tears looked like they were from regret and not pain. I'm sorry, said the boy. Before he died, he embraced me, hoping his dead body would still protect me. The boy continues to apologize. If I was part of your real family, I could probably protect you. It's so frustrating. I couldn't be your real brother. I swore you would be more important to me than anyone else.
Man, that's what he said? Holy shit.
He died whispering that confession. The boy wished for my safety even after he died, and he tried to be a brother more than my real brother.
Even back then.
Those words were enough. I cannot wish for anything more. I understood. I cried knowing that this person will never betray me. Even though it was imprudent, I embraced him back and cried from happiness. I was happy that I could think this was the only person for me no matter what happened. I do not know what happened after that. When I came to, the only memory I had was the body of the beast getting dragged somewhere, and the body of the small boy being carried into the mansion.
And I'm waiting to find out like how it happened. The life force shit.
My father told me. He said the adopted son died in that accident and that my real brother was the one who survived. I knew that was for appearances for the outside world, but I did not care. He was alive. I cannot possibly wish for more. Even if the boy becomes my true brother in name, and even if the boy himself thinks that way, I told myself that it would be fine as long as I could stay beside him as his sister. 8 years have passed and our father died. I ascended to full power over the Tono house, and I decided to bring him back to the mansion, ignoring the surrounding opposition. There is no freedom for me as a successor, but I might be able to act selfishly, at least once. Oof. Then, I would like to use that one wish for my love that will never be mentioned. That was good enough for me.
That one wish for my love that will never be mentioned.
I have taken away everything from him, so I cannot wish for more. Back then, the kind of happiness I had while watching the stars together would never happen again, but as long as he is here, I do not care. If Nissan would come back, on a dark night, the two of us in the field surrounded by trees. What a happy and selfish dream.
We are really seeing the pain of Akiha now, man. Holy shit. My goodness. The guilt, like I had taken everything from him. The desire to just want to be next to him, despite not being, you know, siblings, but to be there as his sister. You know, calling him back to the mansion as she has, you know, for once, for her own selfish reason, like her whole life, like she's just been just the Tono heir, like never really getting, like that he had to leave all that time must have been torture. And it seems like the life force thing was something that just happened. Cause it said she didn't remember what happened after that embrace, but it seems in that moment it happened. Wow. I just have to keep going. Pain. I wake to the pain in my chest. An unfamiliar room. I was lying on a bed with my upper body bare. Yep, this is definitely Xiao. Instead of my clothes, white bandages are wrapped all around my chest. My memory is messed up. What's happening? What's going on right now? Everything jumbles together and I can't sort things out. The only certain thing is this pain in my chest. The wound on my chest. I was stabbed by someone from behind. By who? I don't even have to think about it. I was just stabbed by Shiki and Akiha. Akiha! I get up from the bed. My body suddenly stops. The wound on my chest hurts and my entire body tenses. Even breathing is painful. I can't stand up like this. Oh, Xiao.
Oh, you woke up, Tono-kun? I'm surprised. It's not a wound you would wake up so early from.
What, senpai?
Yes, it's me. Also, this is my room, so you can relax. Even if that vampire is after you, he won't likely come here.
It's you, senpai. Weren't you never going to appear in front of me? Yeah, she kind of said goodbye last we saw her, but doesn't seem to have happened.
That was the plan, but I had to help you in a situation like that.
Saying that, senpai walks toward the bed. She's the best. She's just the best.
See, the wound is open because you tried to move. I'll change the bandages for you. Senpai skillfully takes off the bandages on my body and replaces them with new ones. They are rather tight. Senpai, I feel bad mentioning this because you're helping me, but it's too tight. Yes, I'm making it tight so you can move around and still be alright. Could you be quiet for a while? Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize and look around the room. This seems to be Ciel Senpai's room. I guess I was stabbed by Shiki and rescued by Senpai afterwards. Dude, the route just would have ended. It just would have ended. And Akiha would have just been taken by Shiki and Shiki would have just been dead. Bless her, man. No pun. But, yo, oh my god, I hope Shiki is not, I don't know where he took Akiha. I don't know if it's to the school because there's like layers there or whatever, but we gotta go save her, dude. I don't even want to think like what his plan is. Ugh. But then what happened to Akiha? Senpai, Akiha! Where's Akiha? Senpai's hands freeze. Senpai. The circumstances dictated that I could rescue only one person. I could not escape from that vampire carrying 2 people. So, I give priority to your rescue since you had a greater chance of recovery. Wow. Akiha, are you saying you deserted Akiha Senpai? Yes, her life cannot be saved anyway. I cannot endanger your life to save hers if that is the case. What? What is this person saying? Why? Why did you save me? Aren't you supposed to kill vampires? And you should have forgot about me and killed Shiki right there. I had that choice, but you would have probably died. Your wound was deep enough that you would have died unless I treated you quickly. I wasn't sure if I could kill that vampire quickly, so I made the most certain decision and ran away with you. So you deserted Akiha? That's unwanted help right there. I bet Akiha would have been saved if you left me and killed Shiki. I won't deny that. But Tono-kun, Akiha-san is not dead. That vampire's purpose is to make her more like him. Oh. Akiha-san will not be killed. You were the only person that was going to be killed. Don't you understand that, Tono-kun? I cannot say anything. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna kill her, but that's the thing. It's like I don't know what he wants to do now. Senpai's right. What am I doing, throwing my powerlessness at her? I'm sorry, but I can't believe that guy wouldn't kill Akiha. He's a killer. I know that more than anyone else. Tono-kun, Akiha-san will not be killed, but please give up on her. She won't be able to turn back. I know that, but that's just her hair. Akiha's not like Shiki. No, Tono-kun, that vampire's purpose is to obtain Akiha-san. Tono-shiki, Akiha-san's real brother, is not human anymore. So what he wants is someone like him. You understand, Tono-kun? That vampire does not want Akiha-san as human. That's why he attacked Akiha-san last night, but didn't kill her. I don't know how, but Tono-shiki must have found a way to awaken the non-human blood in the Tonos. Oh shit, so that attack is why she hasn't been able to change back since then. Now that she mentions it, I remember. Ever since that guy knocked Akiha unconscious, her hair has been red without turning back. Senpai, how do you know so much? I made you talk when you were asleep. I'll apologize for making you talk without asking, but consider it compensation for getting rescued. Oh my goodness. I don't care about that. There's no point in her apologizing. Instead, I have to go to Akiha. I get up from the bed. I don't think you're moving, player. Pain. Pain like I am being gouged with a knife all over my body. But I can still move. If I can move, I can't sit still. Senpai, you have my knife, right? Can you give it back to me? Are you going back to the mansion, Tono-kun? I don't have to answer. Senpai holds the knife in her hands and stands in front of me. That vampire and Akiha-san are still at the mansion. They are? But it has been 6 hours since then. It's probably too late by now. I said, it doesn't matter, Senpai. I don't care what Akiha is like. I've decided I'm going to be with her. A long time ago, I swore that I would be her real brother, like real family. I say that and feel like crying. It happened a long time ago. A promise I myself forgot. A family which did not act like a family. But still, I worked hard to become a family member. Only her.
She cared for me more than the rest of her real family. I knew it was a lie from the beginning, but we tried to protect that lie. Really, I wish I never knew. What a fragile and faraway dream it was. Jeez, man. But it's not too late.
Tono-kun, it might be true that you will be able to accept Akiha-san no matter what she turns into. But that's just your selfish interpretation. Akiha-san herself would not allow her own existence.
Akiha herself will not allow her existence? Someone has said something like that before.
Listen to me, Tono-kun. Akiha-san will lose her mind when she becomes one of the Tono. Her reason that lost to her instinct will go away, and she will repeat senseless murders like Tonoshiki. Murders that she doesn't want, and Akiha-san herself cannot tell she is doing it. There is no Akiha-san in her anymore. All that remains is the action called murder.
Okay, so...
You understand, Tono-kun? It's not the people who are killed by her that hate her most. She herself hates herself the most. But she does not have any emotion to feel that. Unless she dies, to calm down her awakened blood, you must reset everything. But to reset everything means to kill her. If she has changed, the old Akiha-san isn't there anymore. By dying, Akiha-san can return to her original self.
Now I remember. It was Akiha herself that said that. Please kill me. You said that while crying. Nah, we ain't doing that. I cannot say anything. Thought my blood would boil. What?
I know it's painful, but please give up.
How selfish.
Ka.
Oh, I grab Senpai's collar and push her into the wall. This anger is not directed at her, but she shouldn't talk about Akiha that lightly. Are you telling me to kill Akiha?
Yes. If Akiha-san wishes so, I'll let you take that role.
Don't joke around. I can't kill her. Senpai told me not to kill no matter what.
Tono-kun.
Her motionless face starts to collapse. I know that Senpai isn't saying this because she wants to.
Tono-kun, there are some things more painful than death, and Akiha-san knows that.
He said the same thing.
If she has already changed, she is no longer human. You cannot call something that cannot think for itself human, although you might be able to call it alive.
Saying that Senpai hands the knife to me. Meaning you can kill it?
Tono-kun, vampire hunting is my job. I'll take care of that vampire, so...
No, I'm sorry, but you stay here, Senpai.
Huh? Tono-kun?
Him and I go way back. It's our problem. Honestly, I don't want you involved in this.
But if something does
happen to me, I'll let you handle it. I know it sounds a bit selfish, but would that be alright, Seo Senpai? Senpai narrows her eyes. Transient eyes like she is watching an illusion.
Alright. It does sound a bit selfish, but I'll let you handle it. But I don't understand. Why are you willing to do such a thing? You're not even a member of the Tono family. Why?
Why? I know why. You said it already. I, Tonoshiki, value Akiha more than myself. But I couldn't love her as much as she wanted, so I have to go. All this time, Akiha has suffered by herself. Compared to that, this pain is nothing. Going now. Thanks for everything, and goodbye, Senpai. I endure the pain as I start to walk.
Yes, goodbye, Tono-kun.
Thank you. As I walk away, I hear Senpai say that to me. Man, she's really honoring our selfish request. But I guess, yeah, if we fail, she's gonna take care of it anyway, so... But it's important that we do this. Settle it with Shiki to save Akiha, to maybe find a better ending. I reach the mansion. I have a headache. My vision is blurry, like everything was shrouded in mist. God, my vision is distorted. I can't breathe properly. Just breathing makes me dizzy. Each step I take feels like a few hundred meters. My body, it's so exhausted I'm practically numb. I drag my legs. My body has reached its limit and doesn't move like I want it to. My mind thinks negatively, telling me I can't do anything with such a body. But my burning blood denies all those ideas. My loud heartbeat. Only my pulse is high. Under the moon, my concentration is sharpened. I just came here naturally. There's no mistake. My heart beats loudly. My throat burns. My body is exhausted and uses all its energy to stay alive. It's suicidal to fight like this. But I feel no fear. My fingers are paralyzed by the weight of my knife. Jesus. My nerves feel frayed. What a familiar sensation. I remember this feeling. I felt it so many times already. The feeling he had when he killed in the dream, and a long time ago. I think I had this feeling too. I won't last long. I head into the detached building. Strangely enough, I did not feel anything when I saw it. Shiki. It's you. It's you. Shiki gets up slowly. There's only two people there. One is a vampire called Shiki. Another is a red-haired girl. Welcome, Shiki. I thought you wouldn't make it. My mind does not feel anything. Akiha is there behind Shiki. Her eyes look dead as she rests on the wall. Maybe Shiki put it on, but she is wearing a kimono. That thing. Akiha is like a mindless doll. I let out a big breath. Do not feel anything. It's like I have turned into a doll like Akiha, feeling nothing. But you're too late. I've got Akiha back. Shiki walks toward me. Shiki, what do you want to do? I ask him as I raise my knife. Shiki tries to hold in his laughter as he talks. Beats me. I don't even know. My purpose as Shiki is to get Akiha. I have no intention of sucking any of the lowlife's blood. I see. But for that, you were pretty random back then. Once again, shout out to Stray Merodoc, and a few other of you as well said you would tell me, like, if I did not get the bad end, you can feel free to let me know at the end of the route. But one thing that you also said, Stray Merodoc, is how Shiki is very personally motivated in this route compared to the first two. It's very like original Tonoshiki and like how he feels toward Akiha and to quote unquote reclaim her, whatever that means to him at this point. It's like, and I guess that could indicate the change in appearance. Almost like the Tono split personality thing. I have no idea. Where like the inversion impulse causes like a physical change, or it could just be indicative that he is more his old self than Roa Shiki. I know there's kind of like, because multiple times throughout the visual novel, in different instances, like they've stated like he's more like Roa now, or he's more like Tonoshiki. It's that this route he is super like Tonoshiki like. So yeah, I guess that could be the reason for his appearance, but as beyond that, I have no idea. Yes, you're so right. But it can't be helped, that wasn't my intent. It tells me, Shiki, to kill, deprive, and destroy all. And this is the part, the Roa inside him. I'm just following that. I don't know why. That's awful. I don't remember much, but you weren't like that before, Shiki. Yeah, I went crazy from that day 8 years ago. There's a weird guy in my head and he tells me to kill everything. Hi, Roa. Saying that, Shiki laughs. He keeps on laughing like wheels turning indefinitely. There, I can't find one bit of humanity. This is my last question. Are you feeling any pain? Pain? No way. I'm perfect. I love myself for doing this. Well, I could say I was bored, but I've already solved that. Until now, my only fun was to eat those lowlifes, but that's over since Akiha's back. Now I have no time to play with those toys. And it seems like the focus on Akiha in this route has has led to this more personal motivation rather than listening to the Roa part of his self. Shiki sounds satisfied. It was useless to ask, but I still wanted to ask. If the sky had the pain Yumizuka had, the pain as a human having to suck blood despite not wanting to. Ah, man, what a question. And you're not human anymore. Yeah, I guess that's what that means. My words are menacing. Shiki stops moving. I don't get it. I don't get why you came here to get killed, and I don't get that question you asked. Shiki, what did you come here for? Like, I get it, like that struggle, like that internal struggle between, like, it's like the sense of humanity that's left. It's that to not have that anymore is indicative of just that being completely gone. I guess in why Shiki was asking that. To kill you and to retrieve Akiha. As those words leave my mouth, all the blood in my body accelerates. Huh? Are you sane, Shiki? Are you saying a normal person like you can kill me? There's no reason for me to answer. I narrow my gaze and look at his lines. Don't be full of yourself. This is mine. I won't give it to you. Maybe he felt something. Ah, Shiki backs up as if scared. Akiha's my sister. I am the only one with a blood relation. There's no place for you. And that's funny, like, what's not funny, it's very sad. But like his fixation on the blood relation as far as like being like, no, I'm a real brother, like literally, like by blood. But also like when we examine how, you know, Shiki, our Shiki is like actually Nanaya Shiki, or how Akiha is a Tono and what she has to deal with that. I guess maybe can contribute to this idea that you are more than your blood. It's deeper than that. Like it's what you choose. It's what you do. But I'm gonna keep going. He looks at me with bloodshot eyes. There's nothing more to say to him. I raise my knife and take a step. You're right, Shiki. Akiha's not my sister. What? Akiha is my woman. You. God damn. Alright, I take another step. Oh, man. Losing himself at my words, Shiki attacks me straight on. Yeah, that pissed him the fuck off. That becomes a signal for our last deathmatch. Let's go. Wait. I can't take much time. My body is at its limit, and I want to get Akiha out of here as fast as I can. No, I make the MEA joke a lot, but shout out to y'all who linked me the battle theme, which I think was from... Oh, was it from the sequel visual novel to this, or was it from Melty Blood? Whichever one. Appreciate it. It was... I wasn't a big fan of it, but it definitely would make like scenes where Shiki goes hard like pretty cool. That's the thing with like a lack of battle music. I can't take much time. My body is at its limit, and I want to get Akiha out of here as fast as I can. So there's only one thing to do. No, I'm excuse me. Someone's probably already written in the comments, but it was from the Tsukihime anime. I remember now. Okay, that theme. Wait, what anime? I have to dodge Shiki's arm and cut across the line on his chest. My body will be able to move this once. I will be able to avoid it. He attacks me. Shiki's range and my range are about the same. Naturally. We try to kill each other fairly in our range. No. That was just my illusion. Ha! Shiki lets out a funny scream as he swings it. I stop it with my knife. It. There's no time to think about other things. My knife and whatever Shiki is holding clang together with a high-pitched shriek. What's he holding? Damn, I thought I'd cut you in half along with your knife, but that thing is pretty strong for an antique Shiki. Shout out to the Nanaya, or I guess Shiki's original father. Shiki swings it above his head. My whole body shakes. What Shiki is holding is a thing like a sword that must be 10 times longer than my knife. I'm sorry? I don't understand. He was certainly barehanded up until now. When did he get that? But there won't be a second time. What the fuck is he using? Like a katana? What the shit? The red sword swings down. A red sword? Even if he swings it, it's only going to get stuck in the walls or the ceiling due to its length. Because yeah, he calls it like a thing like a sword, so it's like you can't even define it as anything else, but it doesn't necessarily fit the template of a sword. I feel like I'm describing Aya, but even if he swings it, it's only going to get stuck in the walls or the ceiling due to its length. That's fucking long, dude. What the fuck? It's like, hits the wall, hits the other wall, hits ceiling. That's ridiculous. I need to see that. I avoid it instantly. The red sword Shiki was holding came down without getting stuck anywhere. Wow. During that swing, the sword was indeed in the ceiling, but it came arcing down like a hot knife through warm butter. It just cut through the ceiling. Yo, somewhere. The sound of dripping blood. Persistent. Persistent. Shiki holds up his sword once again. My mind stops. Yeah, I feel like a sword like that would certainly be able to cut through a regular knife, but clearly that knife is not regular. My mind stops. In my vision is Shiki and Akiha sitting at the back of the room. Akiha blankly stares at me and Shiki. Akiha sits like a doll. What the fuck did he do to her? Akiha. I can't leave Akiha here. But right now, I mean, I get like what he did, but it's like, is she like too far gone? Do we even do anything about that? I have no idea. I bite my tongue and get away. I go through the shoji door which leads out to the garden. If that sword does not hit the walls, then I'm at a disadvantage inside. Outside the forest. In this dark night in these woods, there should be some advantage for me. Alright, let's do it. Boys got about to cut down all the trees. Ugh, I suddenly feel dizzy. My feet stumble as I almost fall. The wound in my back reopens and blood pours forth. No time for that. Ugh, I let out a breath. Stumbling, I lean against a tree. I can't pass out here. I hear the sound of someone moving through grass. Shiki is definitely after me. Then just a little more. I need to go at least to some place where I can hide and attack him from behind. Then something like a sword sticks into the tree I am leaning on. Something like a sword. I need a sprite for this thing, dude. Come on, Takeuchi. I know y'all were hustling to get this done, man, but maybe it's in Melty Blood. I jump sideways. Twice. The sword that comes flying pierces through the tree easily. My body moved before I thought about it. I hide my body from tree to tree. Swords are following close behind. Swords. Damn. Holy shit, that comes flying. He's throwing them. He's just swinging. Oh my god. So no end to this? His swords are thrown one after another like bullets. Are they made of his blood? What the shit? What? There's no end. As I run away, he increases the amount of swords he throws at me. When I notice, the dark forest is full of pierced trees, looking like some sort of foreign execution site. I feel like we never saw him do some shit like this before. Huh? You done running away now, Shiki? Don't tell me you think you can kill me here. I can hear his voice. But he does not throw his sword. As I can't see him, maybe he can't see me. No, no way. I straighten out and lean on a big tree. His sword shouldn't pierce through a tree this big. I wouldn't take that chance. Hey man, where's all that talk you gave me earlier? If you're going to kill me, it's no fun unless you try. The voice echoes as I still cannot tell where he is. Hey man. I close my eyes and try to make my hearing more sensitive. Let's go. I can't hear his breathing or feel his presence. Of course. I don't have beast-like senses like he does. I hear a dripping noise. What is it? I don't think there's any water around here. Wait, is this him? Geez, you are a big chicken. Alright. If that's all you're going to do, I'll make this interesting for you. You can hide there all you want. I can hear his voice. Well, I guess he knows where he is. But I still can't tell where he is. Let's see. If that's the case, I'll have to make this a bit interesting. It's no fun just to kill you. It's easy to skewer you right now, but I bet Akiha won't be happy about that. That dripping sound. It's closer this time. The sound is from the tree right in front of me. When I look, see it's the sound of liquid dripping down a sword that pierced the tree. Wait, what? Yes, I should crush your hands and feet and make you a toy for Akiha. Akiha likes to play with dolls and it would suit her. Doesn't seem to be sap. What is it? Yeah, because I was gonna say it can't be sap. Some kind of liquid is dripping down that thin sword. When I look at it harder, it seems more like ice melting into water. Because that's what I was thinking. It's like, is the sword made of blood? I guess in that sense, it could revert back to a liquid state, but... Oh yeah, I haven't told you this yet, but Akiha right now is a bit out of my hands. I guess I was too happy and I overdid it. It's good she's back, but it's a problem when she bites anyone she sees, right? Oh my goodness. The liquid drips down. The red sword is more like a blade itself than a sword. A simple weapon, just a blade. This is the weapon Shiki was throwing. A red, thin, long blade. But why is that dripping red liquid? Red. Red. Red? I see. I'll pass on making you Akiha's toy. I'm sure it'll be a great present if I give you to her with tons of swords sticking in you, but I think Akiha will bite on you before she plays with you. I can't let Akiha eat such a poor meal. Did you turn her into a goddamn vampire? Shut up. Because I know, like, it was said, like, he sped up her, like, accelerated her tonal, like, impulse, but... Red. That person. Red. There's something important. Red. I have to realize it. Or it could be just because the state that she's in, that she has to get energy from people, from heat. And she would still need that, especially in her very accelerated tonal state, so it's probably that. Wait a minute, yes, that's a good idea. To let Akiha be a cannibal just like me. Blood. I see. It's blood. That's blood. That's why there's so many swords around here. There are hundreds of swords stuck in trees. Disjointed hands and feet scattered around. Wait, what? Dark night. Glass moon. The bloody forest. Yes. That's good. It'd be excellent if you were her first meal. I've made up my mind. He straight up made her a vampire. Yes, now I have to get Akiha to be like me as soon as possible. The dripping sound. Sound of new blood dripping. Bye, Shiki. I must say we are quite close, but I'm done playing around. That lets me know where he is. I get away from the tree. Wait, the disjointed feet and hands. No, he's remembering, dude, and I was about to say, he's straight up remembering, that's the opening sequence of the visual novel. Like, all the dead people, the dark night, the glass moon, the bloody forest, that's that night. So it was Shiki that back then. Oh, I can't wait to learn more about that, but we just kind of went past that. I get away from the tree I am leaning on. I turn around and cut its lines. Sliding, the large tree falls to the ground. What? I hear the voice from above. Kill those trees, Shiki. Like you did before with Aoko. In a word, he was saying saying such tasteless things right above me until now. Ah. You. Shiki comes falling down. Okay, of course he was in a tree. In his hand is the red sword made of blood. But before he could swing it, my knife cuts through his arm. Yo. Eat shit. Splattering blood. Shiki's arm falls to the ground. The blood pouring out of his sliced arm makes a black stain on the ground. That's the same for me as I am below him. Red blood like human blood splashes on my chest. Ha. Ah. Shiki falls to the ground and jumps back like a monkey. Ha. 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 Shiki looks at me. Oh, I guess you can do it if you try. I'm relieved, Shiki. It's unlike you to be killed so easily like that. I try to say something and I stop. I have no room for that. Kill. 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 If you have energy to move your mouth, use it to eliminate that creature. My body takes over my mind. Hey, why aren't you saying anything? Damn, don't act like you're the good guy. You're more like a monster than I am. I grip my knife as I walk towards Shiki. How about we show you? You don't even want to talk to me, huh? I feel the same way too. I don't want to talk to you either. I may be a cannibal, but I'm not a machine like you. I walk through the grass. Interesting. Alright, I still have a mind that lets me choose. I know what I'm doing is considered evil for you guys, but we do it knowing that. But what are you, being controlled by your blood?
I'm asking, what are you trying to kill without any will of your own, Nanaya Shiki?
Yo, I like his thoughts. I walk to kill him.
Shit! Do you know how you look right now? You're not a living thing. You're like a machine, a doll that kills anything not human. I see it was only right that the old man exterminated the Nanaya.
Fuck me, dude. Yo, so like I said before, when it said he got rid of everything, like Shiki's name, like his memories, his household, I was like, household? What? So he straight up killed his old family, and that's why he had the knife. Like he wasn't giving it to him by the knife. Like he took it as like probably a whim. But fuck, man. Because they're all emotionless killers. And that's the thing, that's the crazy thing learning about Shiki, like learning truly about his blood. Because before, like in the initial route, it's like, oh shit, is it some Tono thing? Before you find out he's adopted. And it's, you see how it's very much a thing with Akiha, like overcoming her own blood. And here we have, you know, Roa Shiki, like he has the Roa aspect and he has the Tono thing going on. And now we have this Nanaya, like this Shiki's like impulse, I guess you could call it that, to kill, because it's the same way, to kill things that are not human. So I guess he's criticizing him that he's acting on that blood rather than just doing it completely out of his free will for Akiha or something. The last step, with this I will be able to kill this monster.
See, that's the kind of creature you are, Shiki. If you're fighting anyone not human, all you do is kill them no matter how much they look human. Then are you going to kill Akiha too after you kill me?
What in the world? I would never.
Can you say that you won't? I'll tell you, but Akiha's more like a monster than I am. With her in front of you, there's no way you'll be able to hold down your impulse. See, if you have any reasoning left in you as Tono Shiki and not Nanaya Shiki, you should understand. You are going to be killed by me, or, excuse me, that it's best if you kill yourself.
First of all, even if we feel the impulse with Akiha, not gonna kill her. Fuck you. We're gonna overcome that shit, just like she's gonna overcome her tonal blood. He disappears. No, he ran away. I can hear the sound of the grass as he runs. He is running into the forest. Oh, I let him get away. I could have definitely killed him, but I let him get away. Why? Part of me is angry. Part of me thinks it was a good thing. I can't let him get away. There's a trail of blood on the grass. Cut off one of his arms. This trail of blood will tell me exactly where he went. But if I don't hurry up, I might lose him. Is the idea, if we don't take a breath to calm down, is that we're gonna give in to our impulse, and thus, even if we kill him in that state, when we come back to Akiha, we're gonna end up killing her because I did not take a second to calm down Shiki's impulse? That's probably what it's gonna be. Ooh, either way, we're gonna get you, you son of a bitch.